The triple murder solved by AI. A chilling case from Texas. The crime scene. February 10th, 2006. Austin, Texas. On a cold February morning in 2006, Martha Williams, a grandmother, had just returned home after collecting birth documents for her newborn twin granddaughters from the Travis County Clerk's office. But the moment she stepped inside her house, her entire world shattered. She found her daughter, Rachel Williams, 21, and her twin granddaughters brutally murdered inside their home. Who could have held such deep hatred toward a young mother and her two innocent babies? This shocking case would later become the first in the U.S. to be solved using AI facial recognition. The tragic love story that led to murder. Rachel Williams was a 21-year-old woman from Austin, Texas. She had a simple, happy life, and had grown up in the same neighborhood where she later met David Carter, a young man in the U.S. Army. Their friendship gradually turned into love, and soon, the two were inseparable. When Rachel first fell in love with David, she was just 20. Their bond grew deeper over time, and eventually they became intimate. But despite their strong connection, Rachel and David were not married. Everything seemed perfect in Rachel's life, until the day she discovered she was pregnant. Rachel was thrilled at the news, believing it would strengthen her relationship with David. She imagined a future together, raising their child as a family. But when she broke the news to David, her dreams came crashing down. David's reaction was the complete opposite of what she had expected. He refused to accept responsibility and demanded that she get an abortion. Rachel, however, stood her ground. She refused to terminate the pregnancy and insisted that David take responsibility. She believed that, as the father, he had no choice but to accept the child. Abandoned and determined. Rachel's determination angered David. Instead of supporting her, he fled back to his military base at Fort Hood, Texas, leaving her to deal with the situation alone. Despite being abandoned, Rachel refused to give up. She decided to keep her baby, no matter what. This was an incredibly brave decision, especially in a society that often judges single mothers. The stigma of being unmarried and pregnant made every day a battle for Rachel, but she was determined to ensure that her child had the life they deserved. Determined to hold David accountable, Rachel filed a legal notice through the Texas Family Court demanding a paternity test. She knew this DNA test could legally confirm David as the father, forcing him to take responsibility. A deadly betrayal. As Rachel's due date approached, she moved to a maternity hospital in Houston for delivery. There she met Michael Robinson, a man who claimed to be from her hometown. Michael was friendly and helpful, assisting Rachel and her mother with small tasks. Over time, he gained their trust. When Rachel needed a blood donor for her C-section, Michael even offered to donate blood, further strengthening their bond. Rachel, feeling comforted by his kindness, began sharing personal details with him, including her troubled relationship with David. What she didn't know was that Michael Robinson wasn't who he claimed to be. He was actually David Carter's close friend, sent by David himself to spy on Rachel. Michael had been lying all along. The murder. After Rachel gave birth to twin daughters, Michael continued to help her. He even assisted in finding a rental home, convincing Rachel that it would keep her away from judgmental neighbors. By February 10th, 2006, Michael had completely gained Rachel's trust. That morning, he persuaded Rachel's mother to leave the house, suggesting she go to the county office to collect the twins' birth certificates. The moment Martha left, Michael and David broke into the house. They brutally murdered Rachel and her two newborn daughters, slashing their throats before fleeing the scene. When Martha returned, she found her family slaughtered. The very people she had fought so hard to protect were gone forever. Shattered, she rushed to the nearest Austin Police Department and filed a report. The investigation goes, Cole police arrived at the crime scene and found a suspicious vehicle nearby. When they traced the registration, it belonged to Michael Robinson. Realizing the key suspects were military personnel, authorities contacted Fort Hood, but by then, both David and Michael had vanished. Despite an intense manhunt, they evaded capture and the case went cold for 19 years. Haugemwaya they cracked the case. 19 years later, in 2025, a breakthrough happened. Detective Mark Reynolds, an officer in the Texas Cold Case Unit, was reviewing old case files. While going through evidence, he came across an old photo of David and Michael from 2006. With recent advancements in AI facial recognition, police ran age-progressed versions of their faces through an advanced system. One match led them to a man named Stephen Harris, an interior designer in Phoenix, Arizona. Upon closer examination, Stephen Harris was actually Michael Robinson, living under a new identity. Police arrested him immediately. Once Michael was caught, David's identity was also uncovered. He had changed his name to Brian Williams and was living in Miami, Florida. Justice at last. Both David and Michael had been living normal lives, working respectable jobs, and even starting families of their own, completely erasing their past crimes. But thanks to AI, they were finally caught after 19 years. They were extradited to Texas, where they were convicted of first-degree murder. Rachel and her daughters finally got the justice they deserved. This case made history as the first time AI facial recognition helped solve a decades-old cold case in the U.S. Closing thoughts. The Texas triple murder case is a chilling reminder that justice can take time, but it always catches up. This case also raises an important question. Can AI be the future of crime solving, or does it pose a risk to personal privacy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more true crime cases. Follow me on social media for more updates. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.